Alright guys, update version 0.18.3 is here, balance patch update. I don't really know what to expect. Obviously, version 0.18 was a huge, massive update, so maybe this one will be small. We do know ranked is coming, hopefully some jungle changes again. Hopefully some nerfs to OnHit, hopefully some nerfs to spell slasher items. Maybe buffing some tanks. We'll see. Let's jump right in. Greetings, champions. As the dust begins to settle on version 0.18, our biggest update of the year, you might be expecting a little balance patch for version 0.18.3. Nope. Update version 0.18.3 has one of the most highly anticipated features among the predecessor community, ranked mode. That's right. Players will be able to truly test their mettle against the best of the best and the most competitive experience predecessor has to offer. The question is, do you have what it takes to hashtag become Paragon? Of course, that's not all we've had cooking this patch. You can expect a whole slew of balance adjustments since the 6-item shakeup of version 0.18, alongside a range of incredible new skins and bundles heading into the store. So what are we waiting for? Kick back your feet and let's dive in. It doesn't say who wrote this. Interesting. New skins. Summer Fun Twin Blast. Pretty good skin. I'm not going to get it. I think it's kind of cool, though. I'm a fan. Lotus Knight Greystone. Does anyone actually like this more than base Greystone? I mean, probably, right? I don't know. I think base Greystone looks way cooler. Holy Grux Pelt Chimera. This is a skin I want. This skin's rad. So this is a recolor of the Grux Pelt skin. This skin kind of fucks. So just the 3 new skins. Though I do think, yeah, there's bundles as well. So there's the Twin Blast bundle. I do like the spray. The spray, they do such a good job with the sprays. They make such great Twitch emotes. Oh, there's variants of the Summer Fun. Oh, look at that. Oh. I kind of like the second one. This one right here. It's like old P-Tab, well, old P-Tab. Current P-Tab. It's kind of like P-Tab colors. It's the P-Tab skin. Then Lotus Knight Greystone also has a... Look at that emote! That's so, like... Oh, dude. Or that spray. Imagine that as a lurk emote for Twitch. That'd be so good. I actually really like this bundle. I don't like the skin. Oh! Oh, shit. Okay, Grux also has variants. Oh, the green one looks kind of rad, too. Damn. It's a shame that we can't buy these separately. It does say timed exclusives. Oh, Dreadlord's also getting a bundle. Interesting. I like the new one's the red one, if I'm not mistaken, or like the white one, if I'm not mistaken. I kind of oh, there's 3. I'm not reading. I'm just looking at the image. The gold one's kind of cool, and so is the white one. That one's just like the black one's whatever. All right, cool. A bundle for Argus. There's a bunch of new skins. Holy shit, we're kind of like pumping out skins. Ranked mode. Do you have what it takes to hashtag become Paragon? Get ready to prove it in the most competitive predecessor experience so far, ranked mode. In ranked mode, you'll go solo or team up with a duo partner to face off against other players within a similar skill level to gain victory points, or VP, and climb the ranks from Bronze to Paragon. When and where? Starting weekly from the 15th of June, players who are above level 30 and own at least 20 heroes will be able to select ranked mode in the game mode selector and queue up during a designated 8-hour time slot for both EU and NA. EU starting Saturday, 3 o'clock GMT, going to 11 o'clock GMT, and NA East Saturday, 1 o'clock EDT, going to Saturday, 11 o'clock EDT. During the initial rollout of Ranked, availability will be limited to these 8-hour time slots in order for us to iterate and improve on the experience following the live data, with the intention of rapidly increasing availability over subsequent weekends. More info can be found on the dedicated Ranked mode page. Let me see if this is... Okay, this is something we've already talked about. Draft phase. Alright, so we're getting some more news on how things are going to shake down. When a match is found, and you enter Hero Draft, things will work a little differently to our regular game mode. The first screen you'll be met with is the Hero Ban screen, where each team selects a single hero to ban for the match. You and your teammates will all vote for one hero you don't want to go up against, and the hero with the most votes will be taken out of the subsequent selection screen. If 2 or more heroes are tied on votes, the system will randomly pick one of them to ban. I think this is a good system. I think this is an appropriate system. The draft will then proceed as normal with one key difference. Mirror picks are disabled. Once a player locks in a hero, they become the only player in the match who can play that specific hero. Once everyone has picked their hero, the match begins. So every game you will have you'll have 2, possibly only 1 ban if they mirror ban, because that is a possibility. With only 1 ban, it's kind of uncommon that you'll do that, unless, like, I guess 1 character is so overly broken. Even in that case, if your team is first pick, ooh, they didn't say anything about hero swapping, huh? That sucks for ranked mode. We don't have hero trading for ranked. Ooh, so you can't, if you're the first. So say Chimera is the best character in the game. If we're first pick, but we're first picking for off lane, we can't pick Chimera, so we'd want to ban Kai. That's tough. That's unfortunate. That sucks. Ugh. It is what it is, I guess. At least we have bans and no mirror. Rank tiers. As mentioned before, winning matches will earn you VP or victory points, but losing matches will lose you VP too. To be promoted to the next tier, you need to earn 100 plus VP to enter into a promotion state. Okay, so we're doing promotion states. Got it. If you win your next game while in a promotion state, you'll be promoted to the next tier, carrying over any additional VP beyond 100 that you needed to level up. If you lose this game, you'll of course lose some VP. If that loss takes you under 100, you'll need to earn some more before getting a chance at a promotion again. Example, Ace is ranked Silver 1 with 110 VP and is now in promotion state. If he wins his next game, he'll be promoted into Gold 3 and carry over 10 VP plus the VP he earns during the promotion match. If he loses, his VP will drop instead. Let's say he now only has 99 VP, meaning he'll need to play another match and win in order to get another chance at a rank promotion. You have to win 2 games in a row to promote. Like, that's just the nature of the system. If I'm not mistaken, League of Legends actually just removed this system. Smite doesn't have it, and I'm not sure about Dota. I'm not a fan of the system. It is what it is. It's like nitpicky to say that I'm not a fan of the system, but if I'm not mistaken, League just got rid of it like a year ago. Leaderboard and prizes. Players who have over 100 VP and in the Diamond 1 rank will become #Paragon and earn their rightful place on the leaderboard. Coming soon to our website. Rewards will be distributed at the end of the season based on your highest rank achieved as well as your current rank at the time the season ends. Dude, the sweats are gonna be out for ranked season 1. It's gonna be crazy. Pre-season 1, I guess. Ranked mode is launching in pre-season 1, our first iteration of this new competitive game mode. We plan to add much more to the mode through the coming months as we progress towards the first official full season 1, such as an intent phase, hero and role swaps and draft, and more. Hopefully that comes sooner rather than later. Obviously, like, before we go into season 1, they have to be in place. Like, you have to be able to hero swap. I don't think you have to be able to role swap, but I think you have to be able to hero swap. As this is our first roll of ranked mode, your feedback is essential in helping us shape this competitive experience into the best mode possible for all players wanting to take on the challenge to become, or to #become Paragon. Please share your thoughts on our social media platforms after you've played a few matches and let us know what you think ranked mode still needs over the next few months. The answer is hero swapping. Note, everyone will start the same rank of Bronze 3 and work their way through the various ranks up to Paragon. Ranked mode uses a different MMR to regular matchmaking. Everyone will start ranked mode at Bronze 3, the lowest rank, and their matchmaking based on their rank will change from there. So I wonder if they're using exclusively our rank for matchmaking, or if we have a hidden MMR as well. Surely we have a hidden MMR as well, right? I just woke up. I am like super congested. I apologize. Additional changes. Hero gold bounties now appear on the scoreboard. Let's go! Actually, goated update! Goated update! Various heroes have their recommended items updated. All right, cool. Goated update. This W, fat W. Gameplay balance changes. Oh boy, tower damage increased. That's good. I feel like Aurora Aurora makes diving so easy. Holy shit. Core damage decreased. Inner tower and inhibitor health decreased. Interesting. Monster health scaling decreased. So that would be jungle camps only, right? If that's the only change to jungle, unlucky. But at least it is a positive change for jungle. Outlier hero adjustments. Marksman Crestline increased attack speed and lifesteal, probably for the best. Several anti-tanks, several anti-tank effects reduced in strength. Good. It probably doesn't mean Basilisk nerf though. On-hit items effectiveness reduced. Good. General buffs for several tank items. Good. Other ability haste redistributions for various items to allow for better build combinations. Structures. All right. Outer tower. Percent armor penetration increased again from 40 to 45%. Inner tower health decreased from 5,000 to 4,600. That's actually pretty significant. But the armor pen has increased 5%, going up to 45. Inhibitor health decreased from 6,000 to 5,200. Damage increased to from 154 plus 12 per level to 160 plus 15 per level. Percent armor penetration increased from 40% to 45%. I'm assuming they're doing this because they're buffing tanks, and they liked the feel of how towers felt against tanks, but didn't like the way that tanks felt against other heroes. So fair enough, I suppose. Core hero damage modifier decreased from 80% to 70%. Sure. Jungle balance changes. Oh, we'll see. Blue buff, damage decreased. Oh, interesting. From 40 plus 12 per level to 36 plus 10 per level. Red buff sees the exact same change. Black camp 2, I don't like the way they... There's no way to know what these are. Like, black camp, gray camp, and white camp isn't shown in-game. I did have to pause the recording and then go ask someone from Omeda what this all means, because it was a little confusing. I'll recap. Blue buff and red buff, damage decrease from 40 going up to, or 40 plus 12 per level to now 36 plus 10 per level. This is what confused me, why there was two different health values. So for the black camp or the 2 camp, the large minion health changed from, it's 1,550 at level 1, then level 2 it jumps up to 1,750, then beyond that per level it's plus 116 HP. The base values for level 1 and 2 are staying the same, and now the scaling is going up to only 95. The medium, the bases are 1,000 and then 1,130 at level 2, and then 80 per level. The bases are staying the same, and now it's 70 per level. The 3 camp, health decreased on the large from 1,300 to 1,500 at level 2 to now 115 per level, or sorry, plus 115 per level, and now the bases are the same, plus 100 per level. I'm going to assume the bases are the same for all of these. I will tell you if that changes. Small camp, health is 720, then 850 at level 2, and then it is plus 55 per level. That plus 55 is now plus 45. The 4 camp, the health base at level 1 and 2 is 1,300 and 1,500. It was plus 110 per level, is now plus 95 per level. Damage increased from 32 plus 10 per level to now 25 plus 10 per level. 4 camp's going to be kicking your ass now. The medium decreased. Base health is, at level 1 and 2 is 800 and then 1,000. It was plus 80 per level, is now plus 70 per level. The smalls base health was at 1 and 2 was 550 and 630 plus 35. Now it is the same base plus 30 instead. Damage decreased from 7 plus 4 per level to now 4 plus 4 per level. So maybe they won't be kicking your ass this hard. Smalls got nerfed. The 5 camp, the medium health base at level 1 and 2 1,400, and then level 2 was 1,570 plus 100 per level, is now plus 85 per level. And the smalls at level 1 620, level 2 720 plus 50 per level, is now the same base and plus 40 per level. And that's it. That was a little confusing. I apologize. But there you go. There's the information. Back to regular me. Hero balance changes. All right. Argus, disintegrate passive. Damage multiplier increased from 30% to 35. So we're buffing Argus a little bit. I don't know that we needed to do this, but if we're not going to nerf other mages, then sure. Particle Shredder, his alternate mana decreased from 8 going up to 20 at max level to now 7 going up to only 15 at max level. It's a little mana cost reduction. That's good. With the change to Caustica, I approve of this pretty greatly. Aurora. BAT increased from 1.1 to 1.15. Attack speed increased from 105 to 110. Frozen Simulacrum. It's a hell of a word. Her passive monster damage cap decreased. Oh, interesting. From 12 plus 4 per level to 10 plus 4 per level. Hoarfrost, her secondary magical power scaling decreased from 70% to 65%. Mana cost increased from 50 to 60. Boreal Sweep, her alternate cooldown increased. Okay. From 12 going down to 8 at max level to now 13 going down to 8 at max level. Magical power scaling increased from 25% to 30%. Explosion damage reduced from 75% to, or from 75 going up to 215 to now 75 going up to only 195. I don't know why we nerfed Aurora. I think this is a skill issue. I'm gonna be real. I'm not a fan of Aurora. Crunch. Health growth increased from 123 to 127, and Recrunch's ultimate healing increased from 20 going up to 90 to now 20 going up to 100. Crunch is a little lackluster. Part of it is due to Mutilator being gutted. Buffs to him, I'm not going to complain. Decker, physical power decreased from 62 to 59. Health growth decreased from 125 to 122. Base health regen decreased from 165 to 155. A lot of changes to her base stats there. And Energy Orb, her basic attack, physical power scaling decreased from 60% to 40%. Yeesh. Her poke was that strong, huh? That we needed to do all of this to her? Okay. Sure. Fang Mao, health decreased from 790 to 775. His sweep, his basic attack, bonus physical power scaling decreased from 90 to 85%. Safeguard, his primary shield. Shield bonus physical power scaling increased from 120% to 130%. Hamstring, his secondary, damage decreased from 100 going up to 220 at max level to now 90 going up to only 210 at max level. Earth Shatter, his ultimate, damage increased from 225 going up to 525 at max level to now 250 going up to 550 at max level. The bonus physical power scaling is increased from 110% to 120%. Execute threshold increased from 300 going up to 620 at max level to now 300 going up to 700 at max level. Execute threshold bonus physical power scaling increased from 110% to 120%. Pretty significant buff to his ultimate. Hamstring getting nerfed, which is fine. Shield buff. There's just a lot of like stat reallocation. Sure. I don't really know that Fang Mao really needed to be touched. Maybe his durability is too much early game in lane. Anyway, Gadget, Seek and Destroy, her alternate cooldown increased from 12 going down to 10 at max level to now 14 going down to 10 at max level. Yeah, early game 2% or 2-second extra cooldown on Seek and Destroy. That's fine. It helps kind of hurt her like super safe wave clear, but I honestly don't think this will be a super noticeable change. Maybe I'm wrong. Oops. Cosmic Rift, damage decreased from 135 to going up to 335 at max level to now 135 going up to only 315 at max level, and his ultimate Black Hole loses more magical power scaling, going down from 288% to 261%. Grim.exe, Displacement Blast, damage has changed from 110 at the start to 310 at max level to now 115 to only 275 at max level. but is getting a 5% magical power scaling increase going up to 75%. Assault mode, secondary, total physical power scaling increased from 15% to 20%, but the magical power scaling decreased from 20% to 15%. Isn't this a buff? Okay. Energy shield, his alternate cooldown decreased from 24 going down to 12 at max level to now 22 going down to 12 at max level. So we're keeping him safer in lane there. And GTFO is getting its magical power scaling dropped from 90 to 80%. We really didn't nerf him this much. I mean, I guess we nerfed Displacement Blast a little bit, but we also buffed at level 1. I don't know. Were people abusing magical power scaling in low elo? Because I don't think that was his problem. But okay. Grux attack speed decreased from 30 going up to 70. Or sorry, his ultimate's attack speed decreased from 30 going up to 70 at max level to now 25 going up to only 65 at max level. Kalari Guillotine getting a little buff. Nice. Going from 200 to 460 at max level to now only 200 going up to 500 at max level. So 40 base damage increase at max. That's fine. Kira, her basic attack is getting nerfed. Bonus physical power scaling decreased from 85% to 80%. I was told that my boy got gutted. So let's see how sad I am. My one salvation in jungle this last patch. Chimera. Movement speed, oh no, decreased from 685 to 680. No, we're re-nerfing Spirit Regeneration. Spirit Regeneration, health regeneration per stack decreased from 0.7 going up to 5.65 to now 0.6 going up to only 4.7, a pretty significant nerf. Oh, and hack his basic attack bonus physical power scaling going from 90% to 85%. I still think Chimera is going to be actually really strong. This wasn't nearly as gutted as I thought he was going to be. The Spirit Regeneration hurts. This hurts. I'm not too worried about this by any means. This is going to kind of nerf the Kingsbane build, but like, okay. Yeah, it's not so bad. I thought we were going to like nerf his damage more so. Like, again, like, I guess technically his damage is nerfed, but, like, also not really. Quang. Strike of the Heavens is passive. Magical power scaling has increased from 12% to 14%. Light of the Heavens is alternate. True damage magical power. We buffed Quang? Okay. Light of the Heavens is alternate. True damage magical power scaling increased from 40% to 45%. Shield magical power scaling increased from 50% to 55%. Fury of the Heavens, his ultimate damage increased from 240 going up to 470 to now 240 going up to 480. Quang has struggles of the previous pass due to no longer being able to rely on his base damage and Fire Blossom. We buffed his base damage. What the fuck are we talking about? We buffed him last patch. He got buffed. He got buffed last patch, which made up for the Fire Blossom changes. I talked about that in my fucking tier list video. He got buffed last patch. Did we forget that we buffed Quang last patch? Dude, do I have to open Discord and go see that I'm not fucking crazy and that we buffed Quang last patch? I'm gonna do it. Let's go on an adventure. Why not? Let's have some fun. Maybe I'm an idiot. Here we are. We're at last patch. We need to go to 6 item slot and click this link. Where is it? Right here. Fucking post in dark mode. Quang. Base damage buff and percent scaling buff. Base damage buff. Base damage buff. Base damage buff. Base shield buff. Base damage buff. Scaling buff. What do you mean? What do you mean? You don't even know what your own patch notes are. Whoa! As a previous patch, no longer being able to rely on his base damage and Fire Blossom. You nerf Fire Blossom, but you Giga buff the fuck out of his kit to make up for it. What do you mean? Like, you're crazy. His general magical power skillings don't reward him enough for investing in a few magical power items. You just bumped this to 85%. You bumped this up 10%. That, like, the whole point of your Quang was deliberately balanced around not being able to build magical power items. Like, that was the point. He was like a true tank, which I thought was stupid. Let him be an assassin if he wants. You buff that too. You can totally put a Magnify in his build. There is so much success with putting Magnify in the build or sliding in a World Breaker. I don't understand these notes. This is such a bad balance patch. Like, this right here, this one individual balance pass on Quang is so dog shit, and the justification for it makes even less sense. Holy fuck. Huh. Hey, I guess enjoy your now more use out of Magnify. We didn't even buff the scaling that much. Whatever. Morgesh is seeing a nerf, which is needed. Hive, her primary, loses 5% scaling, going from 65 to 60. Mark, damage decreased from 95, going up to 235 at max level to now 95, going up to 215 only at max level. Good changes. This is not punishing her too much for her newfound success. Murdoch should probably be nerfed, and it's just his static track. Static track damage decreased from 110 going up to 310 at max level to now 90 going up to 290 at max level, but the mana cost is increased by 5. I would have nerfed Murdoch more, but okay. Narbash probably also needs a nerf. Physical power decreased from 66 going down to 64. Health growth decreased from 129 to 126. Song of My People, healing per rhythm stack decreased from 0.25 going up to 0.35 to now 0.2 going up to 0.3. Thunk, this is pretty tame nerfs, all things considered. Thunk, his cooldown is increased from 15 going up to 13 at max level to now 16 going up to 14 at max level. I don't think this is gutting him. This does suck, I won't lie, but I think he'll be fine. Rampage, Behemoth Ultimate, regeneration multiplier increased from 3.5 times to 4 times. Okay. Hopefully other things... Rampage is like the only usable jungler, though. That's a tank. So, maybe. But the health change with the health changes to camps, maybe it's fine. Revenant, physical armor growth increased from 3.1 to 3.2. Hellfire rounds is alternate. Missing health damage per level increased from 0.4% to 0.45%. Reckoning, his ultimate cooldown decreased from 140 going down to 100 at max level to now 130 going down to 90 at max level. Still don't think he's going to be particularly good. Richter, this boy needs some help. Health increased from 715 to 725. Health regen increased from 1.4 to 1.5. Mana growth increased from 50 to 55. Mana regen increased from 1.4 to 1.5. Physical armor increased from 23 to 24. Electrocute, his secondary, damage increased from 120 going up to 320 at max level to 140 going up to 320 at max level. Pretty significant for jungle. Seraph. Are we buffing her? Health growth increased from 123 to 127. Heaven's Fury, her primary cooldown decreased from 14 going down to 12 to now 14 going down to 10. And Heresy, her ultimate, burn damage changed from 35 going up to 70 to 30 going up to 80. Okay, so the level 1 nerf is actually relevant. It is nice that it's getting some bonus damage late game. And the cooldown decreased from 130 going down to 80 to now 120 going down to 80. So you lose 5 damage on the burn, but you get 10% more, or 10 seconds off the cooldown. It is an early game nerf, late game buff. The health growth is actually super sick. The health growth is actually a pretty significant buff. The rest of it's kind of like whatever. The Heaven's Fury change, like the 2-second cooldown will be super great. Okay, cool. We didn't super giga buffer. I feel like people are yet to realize how broken this character is. And we didn't giga buffer.
I don't understand.
Apparently my Google thought I was talking to it. Sevarog, this boy also needs some help. Mana increased from 330 to 345. Siphon, his primary damage increased from 95 going up to 155 to now 100 going up to 160. Cooldown decreased from 6 going down to 4 to 5.5 going down to 3.5. Point. Okay. Slight buffs to Sevarog. Not much is changing. Maybe we'll see a lot of changes within the items. This is a long patch. Holy fuck. Sparrow. Physical power increased from 58 to 60. Max health damage decreased on her passive from 0.5% to 0.4%. Hail of Arrows, her primary. Bonus physical power scaling decreased from 160% to 150%. Inner Fire, her ultimate. Bonus physical power decreased from 15 going up to 35 to 15 going up to 25. So while we did give her more physical power, we nerfed everything else, basically, except for her piercing shot. This is good. This is a step in the right direction for Sparrow. She was overtuned. I think she'll still be good. However, the nerfs to on-hit may make her shit again. We'll see. Twin Blast. Health increased from 740 to 750. Physical armor increased from 20 to 21. Vaporize, his primary. Damage increased from 60 going up to 140 to now 65 going up to 145. Vortex Grenade, his alternate. Damage increased from 35 going up to 115 to 45 going up to 125. Bonus physical power scaling increased 5%, going from 60 to 65%. And the cooldown increased from 9 going down to 6 to now 10 going down to 6. Yeah, Twin Blast needed a tiny bit of love, I think, and this is good. And this is one thing I will say that I do like about Omega with their balance passes is they don't like hyper chain. They don't hot water, cold water shit. They edge them. That's weird, but that's what they do. They edge characters. Wraith, I heard, also got some interesting changes. Wraith, mana growth decreased from 38 to 35. Mana regen decreased from 155 to 1.55 to 1.4. Attack speed growth increased from 1.5 to 1.8. It's pretty significant, actually. Peekaboo, damage decreased. There's primary. Damage decreased from 55 to 115 to now 50, going up to only 110. Mark max health damage increased from 5% to 6%. Mark duration increased from 3.5 to 4 seconds. Bonus physical power scaling decreased from 50% to 40%. Magical power scaling increased from 35% to 45%. Cooldown decreased from 14 seconds going down to 10 at max level to now 13 seconds going down to 9 at max level. Mana cost decreased from 60 going up to 80 at max level to now 50 going up to only 70 at max level. Surprise, surprise, his secondary camo duration decreased from 5 to 4 seconds. Movement speed increased from 20% to 25%. Bonus physical penetration increased from 6 going up to 18% to 10 going back up to 20% now. Knock Knock, his alternate, damage decreased from 110 going up to 210 to now 90 going up to 190. Bonus physical power scaling increased from 115 to 125. Magical power scaling increased from 75 to 85%. Cost decreased from 80 going up to 100 to now 60 flat at all levels. Mana refund decreased from 100% to 60%, so that's on a kill of a minion or a hero. Bonus minion damage increased from 40% to 50%. Wraith is getting some interesting changes. The attack speed growth is very interesting. You might see some more traditional ADC items being built on him. I think you were seeing that anyway because OnHit's so strong. Xeris probably needs to be nerfed. Thrust, his basic attack bonus physical power scaling decreased from 90% to 85%. Barricade, his primary minimum damage decreased from 65 going up to 145 at max level to now 52 going up to 116. Wow. Minimum bonus physical power scaling decreased from 100% to 80%. Spear of Nier, his alternate, damage decreased from 75 going up to 215 to now 75 going up to only 195. And Colosseum, his ultimate, bonus physical power scaling decreased from 80% to 75%. So pretty damn significant nerf to Xeris. This is kind of good. The insta-stun getting nerfed, and then some like decreased damage across the board. I think that's really good. It's good changes. Brings him more in line. He's very oppressive. And so we arrive at item balance changes. Crests. The marksman crest line attack speed increased from 8% to 10%. Lifesteal increased from 4% to 5%. Nice. Eviscerator, attack speed increased from 12% to 15%, lifesteal increased from 6% to 7%, rending strikes total physical power scaling decreased from 20% to 15%. Liberator receives the same attack speed, lifesteal changes. Pacifier, same same attack speed and lifesteal changes. Judgment getting a nerf as it should. Thunder Cleaver cooldown increased from 20 going down to 10 seconds at max level to now 24 going down to 10 seconds at max level. Still good. The uptime's a bit lower, so if you're using it to clear camps, it's a bit more. You have to think about it a bit more. Sure. Typhoon gets 1% more attack speed per stack. It's still not good. Near War Boots, max health healing per second increased from 1.5 to just flat 2%. Tier 2 item, Vigorous Amulet, cost increased from 1,000 to 1,300. Health increased from 150 to 200. Physical armor increased from 15 to 20. Ashbringer loses or gets 5 more ability haste, going from 20 to 25. Demolisher. Cost increased from 3,100 to 3,200. Puncture physical armor penetration increased from 28% to 30%. Description now states the correct health difference range. Dust Devil, cost increased from 3,150 to now 3,250. Physical power decreased from 35 to 30. Attack speed increased from 20 to 30%. Equinox, 3,100 cost, now down to 3,000. However, the critical strike true damage decreased from 6% to 5%. Kingsbane, Regicide total attack speed scaling decreased from 5% to 4%. The Regicide fall-off duration decreased from 2.5 seconds to 2 seconds. Bug fix. The 120 monster damage cap now correctly reduced by OnHit modifier. Lightning Hawk, physical power decreased from 40 to 35. Attack speed increased from 25 to 30. Nuclear rounds, attack speed decreased from 25 to 20%. Bug fix, Havoc no longer has its damage reduced twice by armors. Interesting. Havoc ability damage decreased from 4 going up to 20% at 100% crit to now 3 going up to 15% at 100% crit. Interesting. Resolution. Physical power increased from 30 going up to 35. Attack speed decreased from 20% going down to 15. Mana increased from 200 to 30. Sky Splitter. Yeah, this item needs to be nerfed. Cost increased from 3,000 to 3,100. Rend current health damage decreased from 5% to 4%. Another way too broken of an item. Stormbreaker. Attack speed decreased from 35% to 30%. Static max stacks decreased from 150 to 100. Actually pretty significant nerf. Holy shit. Deathstalker, I hardly know her. Physical penetration decreased from 6 to 5. Onslaught physical penetration to attack speed increased from 80% to 100%. Interesting. Maybe we'll see some Deathstalker being built. Envy. Bonus critical bug fix. Bonus critical strike no longer counts for scaling, such as nuclear rounds. Fair enough. Hush silence duration decreased from 1.25 seconds to 1 second. The item's good. It's just, I think people overhyped it a bit, but it's definitely still good, and this doesn't change my opinion on it. Infernum. Furnace burning cinder damage per physical armor decreased from 1% to 0.75%. Oh no, the Berserker's Axe nerf. Berserker's Axe, a movement speed decreased from 4% to 3%. Oh, but the Blitz cooldown reduced from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. Honestly, kind of cool with it. Draconum, ability haste increased from 10 to 15. You'll have to see the Draconum buff. Gaia Greaves, unshockingly, is nerfed. Movement speed decreased from 0 to 70 to 0 to 60. Mist Meadow Buckler, cost increased from 3,000 to 3,100. Ooh. Physical power increased from 40 to 45. Omnivamp increased from 5% to 6%. Damn. Caustica, arcane might bonus damage per magical armor decreased from 0.35 to 0.3. Unfortunate Caustica nerf. Lifebinder, 10 ability haste added. 300 mana removed. Pog. We like Lifebinder now. Oh, we both magnify. Okay. Yep, magical power increased from 60 to 65. Okay. Oathkeeper, ability haste decreased from 20 to 15. Celestial Spellblade magical power scaling increased from 35% to 40%. I think this is probably a good idea. Time Warp. Cost increased from 2,950 to 3,200. Magical power increased from 75 to 80. Base mana regen increased from 125% to 175%. Ability haste decreased from 20 to 15. This is returning to its like more so this is a mana regen item. I haven't had the desire to build this item in mid, and I don't know that I have the desire to build it in mid currently. All right. World Breaker. My bonus health to magical power scaling increased from 4% to 4.5%. World Breaker kind of does need a buff. Wraith Leggings. Bug fix. Carnage no longer has its damage reduced twice by magical armor. Quality of life. Carnage now applies on on-hit effects. Quality of life. Carnage now applies on true damage ability effects. Carnage damage magical bonus decreased from 15% to 12%. Cresselia. Cost decreased from 2,700 to 2,600. Magical power decreased from 45 to 40. Ability haste increased from 15 to 20. Moonblade magical power scaling increased from 20% to 25%. Dynamo. Adaptive force bonus magical power decreased from 35 to 20, or 35 to 30. I apologize. Hexbound Bracers, ability haste increased from 15 to 20. Crystalline Cuirass, cost increased from 3,000 to 3,100. Magical armor increased from 40 to 45. Elefrost, health decreased, unlucky, from 400 to 300. Physical armor increased, Pog, from 25 to 30. Base mana regen, I don't care, increased from 125 to 150. Frostblade damage increased from 15 to 20. Nice. Fire Blossom, cost increased from 2,950 to now 3,000. Physical armor increased from 35 to 40. Fist of Razul, cost decreased from 3,100 to 3,000. Health increased from 450 to 550. Ability haste increased from 10 to 20. 25 physical armor removed. Razul's might healing increased from 50% to 100%. So now this is a raw HP item. It might make it easier to build into. This item's kind of awkward. Interesting. They do note that it has a large crossover with Elefrost, and I never thought about it, but that's kind of true. Flux Matrix, cost increased from 2,800 to 2,850. Health increased from 300 to 350. Magical armor increased from 30 to 35. Ability haste decreased from 15 to 10. Yeah, that's fine. Getting the extra bulkiness is nice. The 5 ability hastes, whatever. Giant's Ring, cost increased from 3,000 to 3,100. Health increased from 300 to 350. Ability haste increased from 10 to 15. Items better. Nice. I find I don't really build Giant's Ring much. The ability haste and extra health does make it a bit more enticing. Raiment of Renewal, cost increased from 3,000 to 3,100. Health increased from 550 to 650. Missing health healing increased from 2.5 to 3%. I think this item's underrated, and which is crazy because I don't even build it. Start building this item. Stonewall, cost increased from 2,900 to 3,100. Health increased from 250 to 350. Physical armor increased from 55 to 60. Bulwark damage mitigation, bonus physical armor scaling decreased from 6% to 5%. Tainted Bastion, cost increase. This needs to get more MR, which does. Cool. Cost increased from 2,900 to 3,000. Health increased from 300 to 400. Magical armor increased from 30 to 35. Tainted Guard, cost increased from 2,900 to 3,000. Health increased from 250 to 300. Physical armor increased from 40 to 45. Blighted Thorns, damage decreased from 60 to 50. That's unfortunate. Unbroken Will, cost increased from 2,850 to 2,950. Health increased from 400 to 500. Still not building that item. I'll be real with you. Void Helm, cost decreased from 3,100 to 3,000. Health decreased from 525 to 500. Magical armor increased from 25 to 30. Ooh. Abyssal healing amplification increased from 10% to 15%. Abyssal grasp passive, heal on immobilization, removed. I'm more inclined to buy this item actually. I kind of like that. Warden's Faith. Cost increased from 3,050 to 3,200. Health increased from 225 to 300. Physical armor increased from 60 to 70. Sure. I think these are, like, for the most part, all these tank items are positive changes. Brawl mode changes, Alchemical Rod, Azure Core, Soul Chalice, all those. Now stack passively and only take 3 minutes. Interesting. Sapphire's Mantle now grants 1.2 times percent stacks compared to PvP. Obelisk grants 2 times stacks compared to PvP. Oh, so we have a specific hero balancing. So all of these balance changes are for Brawl mode only. Aurora ultimate cooldown reduced by 10%. Gideon damage done decreased by 5%. Greystone damage taken increased by 5%. Muriel healing and shielding 10% less effective. And here are some bug fixes. Not a lot this patch. But that is everything. I had something on the side that distracted me. For patch version 0.18.3, there should be 2 videos on screen now. Give those a check, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And that's all for me. Bears out. Peace.